Hey LifeVantage, my name is Dave Fleming and I'm the Senior Vice President of Global Field Development for Greater China and our North American markets. And today I'm going to be explaining about our China cross-border e-commerce model. This is a very exciting model and it's a little bit different compared to how we do our business in our other markets. So we're going to take a few minutes and just walk you through the major details. China cross-border e-commerce is an area that is exploding. Last year, over 677 billion RMB was spent on importing international products through this cross-border model. That's about $9.7 billion and it's growing every month. That's why we've chosen to go into China using a cross-border e-commerce model, and I'll describe more about that in the next few slides. The first thing we need to understand is what is cross-border e-commerce. Cross-border e-commerce is a different model than we use in our other markets, and that's for a number of different reasons. Direct selling in China is very highly regulated, and cross-border e-commerce has become more and more popular as a way to get products and goods from other countries into China in a much easier and much more lucrative way. What we're going to talk about today are the list of goods that are imported from overseas and how that process works. The process is actually quite simple. The major process includes online ordering, payment, settlement in the country, shipping product from other countries to China, and it all comes to the customer through what's called a cross-border logistics center, and then the final mile to the customers in China. There are two major models for cross-border e-commerce in China. The first way is using a bonded warehouse in China where goods are stored until they're shipped to the customer. The second model is called a direct mail model, and that's where products are shipped directly from their country of origin to the customer in China. The model that we use here at LifeVantage is the preferred model, and that is the bonded warehouse version of cross-border e-commerce. There are some important reasons why LifeVantage chose to operate a cross-border e-commerce model in China rather than our traditional direct selling model. The first reason is that it's a very good customer experience. It's easy to move product into China and to the customer using a cross-border e-commerce easier than the traditional direct selling model. The second way is because it's efficient access to the Chinese market. As I mentioned, the direct selling model in China is very heavily regulated, and it takes years and years and massive amounts of capital investment in the hopes of obtaining a direct selling license. What we've chosen to do is to go into China using a very popular and very quick and efficient way to reach that market in a much faster period of time. The final reason, and very important reason, is that we can establish brand awareness within China using our own dedicated cross-border e-commerce platform to move and to deliver our products to the Chinese customers. Let's just take a look at how big the cross-border e-commerce market is in China. In 2016, over 74.4 billion RMB, that's approximately $10 billion was shipped cross-border of products, goods, and services into China. In 2017, it grew to 111 billion RMB. 2018 was 161 billion. 2019, 218 billion, and in 2020, it's expected to reach 282 billion RMB. That's approximately $40 billion of international product being shipped into China through this cross-border e-commerce method. So you can see this is a very popular and very broadly accepted method to get international products into a market that desires those products. Let's take a look at the growth of supplement sales in China. As you can see from this graph, it's a very hot market and is growing very quickly. The average growth rate over the last 15 years is between 8 and 10%, which means more and more Chinese customers are spending more and more dollars on supplements. That means they're very health focused and they want the best. Let me explain how our cross-border e-commerce model works inside China. In order to make it work properly, efficiently, and powerfully for the people located in China, we went ahead and we incorporated two different business entities. The first business entity is incorporated in Guangzhou, and it's responsible for the importation and the delivery of our product throughout China to the customer. The second business entity is built in Shanghai, and its responsibility is to maintain the commission and all the logistics that our social marketers need to worry about on a day-to-day basis. This business license that you can see allows us to import products through Guangzhou in a free trade zone, and then to distribute those products throughout every province and every city in China. This document that you see here is our official business license in Shanghai. This business license allows us to sign up social marketers and to pay them commissions. And for the first time ever, we're actually going to be able to offer cash commission to our team members in China. Let me tell you about some of the qualifications that are required in order to operate a legal cross-border e-commerce business in China. On your screen, you see just a few of the requirements that we had to go through in order to get this business in place. We had to register as a foreign operator. We have to file with the Inspection Quarantine Office. We go through an electronic ICP called Bei-an registration. All these different requirements allow us to operate a legal and efficient cross-border e-commerce model within China. Let's talk a little bit about how this works in China. As most of you are probably aware, WeChat is the go-to social platform for everyone in China. Everybody uses WeChat. It's kind of like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all rolled into one, plus the ability to purchase products right from the social platform. So everything we've built is through WeChat. We own a WeChat mini store that's dedicated to moving our products to the consumer. There's also a desktop version, and we use the desktop version when you are not in front of your mobile screen, which is hardly ever, but because we know there are times when you're not in front of your mobile phone, we have a desktop version that operates essentially the same way and allows you to do all the same things that you would do on the mobile platform. Let me explain how the product works once we ship it from the US into China. When it arrives in China, our third-party logistics partner helps us take that product through customs, and then it's stored in a secure bonded warehouse until that product is shipped directly to the consumer. That allows us to have very short shipping times when someone places a product order on the WeChat platform, and we can deliver that product within a few days' time. Payment in China is also very simple if you're using the WeChat platform. WeChat actually has a built-in payment processing platform, and so all of your payments can be processed directly through the app. This is really convenient, and it makes it really easy to build your business in China because your customers, your social marketers, and everybody will be using WeChat and WeChat Pay to take care of their transactions and to make sure their product gets to them on time. One thing that's important to remember, in China, there are product purchase limits for cross-border